Let's now categorize computer networks and know the categories of a computer networks. What could it be? Categorizing computer networks can be according to the transmission mode of this network, the geographical area covered by this network, or the administration type applied to this network. The transmission mode can either be simplex, half duplex, or full duplex. In a simplex network, the data always flow from the same source to the same destination over the media of this network. The source of data is always the same, and the destination is always the same as well. The direction of data is always from the same source to the same destination in a simplex network. In a half-duplex network, the source can be a destination, and the destination can be the source of data. Both can send to each other, but at different time intervals, which means the source can send to the destination at time t1, and after a certain period of time, at time t2, the destination can send to the source back. In a full duplex network, each station can be the source and the destination at any time. The direction of data all the time is bidirectional. The source and the destination can be any machine at any time in a full duplex network. The signaling mode of the network is also one of the terminologies we need to know in our course. What is the meaning of baseband and broadband? Baseband is one signal that flows at a certain time on the network media in a digital form. It is a digital local signal flowing, for example, as in this image, from the workstation to the modem, inside the room or inside the building or inside the local area network. This baseband signal gets to be modulated. After modulation, this baseband signal becomes a broadband signal that can travel a long distance from the modem till the central office of the PSTN, or the Public Service Telephone Network. In broadband, divides the network media into multiple channels. This allows for several signals to exist. The broadband signal is analog modulated signal, while the baseband is digital. Categorizing networks according to geographical area can lead to having local area network, or LAN, or wide area network, or WAN. As you can see in the image, a WAN, or wide area network, can be formed of different LANs connected through WAN link. Simply, a WAN can be two connected LANs through a large geographical area. The LAN is a group of computers connected in small geographical area. Small means less than 3 kilometers, or just only group of computers connected inside one building, one company, one entity, having a group of computers, telephones, televisions, network printers, and others connected through one switch. This is a very simple LAN. LANs are used to share files and services inside this company or building. It's a communication of high speed, which means that the speed of this LAN can be 1 gigabit per second or even more, according to the speed of the switch. The LAN is always under the administrative control of its owner, its designer. The LAN is under the user administrative control. Technologies used to establish a LAN can be Ethernet or token ring. The wide area network, or WAN, is a group of computers connected in large geographical area. Large means more than 3 kilometers. Compared to a LAN, the WAN is low speed. It is in the range of megabit per second speed. The WAN is under the administration of the ISP, Internet Service Provider, since the links connecting the WAN belongs to this ISP. The technologies used to establish a WAN can be the dial-up, the ISDN or the Integrated Services Digital Network, the DSL or the Digital Subscriber Line, X25, Frame Relay, or the most recent, which is the ATM, the Asynchronous Transfer Mode. These are all technologies that are used to connect computers through a WAN. The most common used now for connecting computers to the internet are of course the DSL technology, either synchronous or asynchronous DSL. Categorizing a network according to administration type leads to having peer-to-peer network or client-server network. In a peer-to-peer network, each host provides and consumes network services. Each host has the same administrative privileges. Each user sitting on a machine is the administrator of this machine and shares whatever services he likes, and also receives whatever requests he likes and access any file he would like to access according to the permissions of this peer-to-peer network, of course. In a client-server network, some hosts are assigned server roles. What is the meaning of a server? The server is a superior computer, superior in hardware and software. The hardware of a server is big. Big means big storage, big network connection, big memory, and also powerful processing. The software of this server is a server operating system, which is powerful enough to run such hardware. Servers provide network resources to hosts. Each server exists on the network for the purpose of a certain service. A server can be web server, mail server, DNS server, or other server, which means that this machine server dedicated for a certain service. Other hosts that are not servers are assigned client roles. Clients consume the network resources. Clients send requests to servers and receives the reply of such requests from the servers, so they are recipients, so they are consumers on the network. According to administration type, from the point of view of centralization, in the peer-to-peer network no central server exists. In a client server, all client machines connect to a central server and sends requests to it. From the storage point of view, each machine shares files equally with each other. But in the client-server network, all files and folders are stored on dedicated storage on the server. Clients only access such files. From the cost point of view, peer-to-peer networks are inexpensive, while the client-server networks are expensive because of the cost of the server, the cost of the hardware, and the cost of the license of the software required for the server to run. The peer-to-peer network is scalable in the range of home or small office, while the client-server scale is in a medium or large enterprise scale. The operating systems existing on a peer-to-peer network is the client operating systems only. The operating systems existing on a client server are the server operating system, such as Linux or Microsoft Windows Server, to handle multiple requests from the clients. Hopefully we have now introduced the different categories of computer networks. Thank you.